now we're going to get into our Spiderman complex. So this is where we start to combine primal movements. So the dead bug was just a hip hinge. So now Spiderman, we're going to get into a step up and a lunge. So go ahead and give me push-up position. So we're going to get it a little bit wider than your kind of traditional squatting stance. There you go. And let's go ahead and start left leg this time. So step your left leg to the outside of your left hand. And what we're looking for is there you go. So rotate your heel to mine. So we want to keep that knee in that instep. So I know you're used to driving it out, but remember we're working on internal rotation and keeping it even. So once that front leg is set, then what I want you to do is straighten up your right knee. There you go. And feel how that opens up that right hip flexor.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and now we're going to challenge your hip stability. So taking away a point of contact, go ahead and bend at your left elbow. There we go. So we still want to maintain that dead bug posture, so reach the top of your head through your shoulders and pinch the shoulder back slightly just so it's neutral. There we go. So keeping our hip position, so straighten out that right knee again. There we go. And now we're going to exaggerate the stretch on that right leg by twisting towards me. So keeping your hip shelf flat. Now there you go, rotate to your left and separate your shoulders from your hips and touch my hand right here. So we have a straight line from both hands. And then we really want to open up flexors and extensors. So reach with the palm, pulling it back, and see how that knee starts to drive out. Again, we want to turn on.
Even thinking about pushing it towards me.
But where's the default? Exactly. Yeah. So versus just pulling that knee straight in, I want you to kind of think about internally rotating, as weird as it sounds, your left femur. And then
towards me some more.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can almost see it. I'm almost going to go back to film here. Now your left hamstring is turned on.
Yeah.
So your left hamstring is stabilizing that knee versus that hip girdle. So again, we are distributing the force amongst your whole body instead of letting one point rely on it. Right. So again, this is going to be the goal of efficiency in movement and workouts. So let's go left hand down now. Right inside that foot. Now actively pull your left knee in on your tricep. So you may have to inch that back slightly. And now you're going to rotate towards the right. So now really dig that left knee in. Set up a stable base. And we don't want that knee to drive out. And see how that now externally rotates. So turn your right knee in now. Almost drive your right heel out. Here's a pressure point. There you go. And now set those hands up like hug the world. See how that hip's going out. And breathe right here. And then let's go ahead and take this down. Open those flexors, extensors. And then turn that hip in. Turn your left knee in a little bit more. And so we have flat hip shelf, clear separation of shoulders from your hips. We're firing our adductors here, working on hip girdle stability. And breathing. Now let's go right hand down. Kick that left foot back. Give me a push up just so we can reset your posture. 1. All right, so now right foot. Step it to the outside. So a little bit wider. So we want that knee just inside that instep so we can actively get that hamstring going. So almost rotate your heel out slightly. There you go. Now once our front foot's set, we bend at the left knee, or don't bend, straighten. So we can open the hip flexor. We take away a point of contact, setting that posture, but still stay active. And now twist towards your right. There we go. But try to drop this hip towards the ground and open it up. There you go. Looks pretty good. And you see the shaking now. So we're in her right hamstring, actively separating shoulders from her hips, and her hip girdle is taking on this duty. So we're distributing the force throughout the body versus one point. So right hand down, actively pull the right knee on that right tricep. Don't let that knee drift out. And then twist towards your left when you're ready. That looks good. So breathe in this position. Let's go ahead and get set. So drive that heel out. So I'm applying pressure point just so she stays aware and on. This knee is still straight. Breathe. So left hand down. Right foot back. And relax. So one complex.